Hello and welcome. Today I want to show you something pretty cool. We are going to use Gemini Storybook, but not in the way most people use it. Instead of just generating a quick story, we are going to build an actual learning experience from scratch. Let me walk you through how I do this. Here we are on the Gemini Storybook page. Now, if you look at this, it seems pretty straightforward, right? You type in a prompt, you get a story. Easy. But here is the thing. I'm not going to just type, for example, explain inflation and hope for the best. Instead, I'm going to approach this like an actual instructional designer. Okay, so over here in Google Docs, I've already prepared what I call a meta prompt. Now it's not the prompt for the story itself, it's actually a prompt that generates a real prompt. For this example, the topic is inflation. What it is, why it happens, and what it does to the economy. And this meta prompt tells Gemini, create a central metaphor, set up visual style rules, and lay out a page-by-page storyboard. That was, we get consistency before we even start generating images. All right, now I'm heading over to Gemini and I'm pasting this meta prompt in. But before I hit generate, I'm switching to the thinking model. Okay, let's generate. And look at this, it comes back with a full master prompt called the case of the stretching coins. It's got everything, a refined role, the central metaphor, in this case, Bread Village, visual style guidelines, a 5-page storyboard, and even explanation of why the metaphor works. This is the step most people skip, but honestly, this is where the magic happens. We've just engineered the instructional logic before making anything visual. Now I'm copying this whole master prompt and I'm heading back to Gemini Storybook. I'll paste it right here. And again, I'm selecting the thinking model. We want that narrative coherency to carry throughout. Let's start the generation. Okay, so now it's working throughout everything. First, it's building out the narrative flow, then it's generating the illustrations, and finally, it's pulling it all together with the layouts and formatting. And here's the finished book. Let me scroll through and so you can see what we've got. Notice how the metaphor stays consistent across every page. The cause and effect logic is clear. There's emotional anchoring. The visuals feel cohesive. Now let me turn on the read aloud narration.
The trouble grew when the grain woods dried up, making flour very hard for the baker to find. Baker Rye had to pay much more for her supplies, and her ovens required more fuel to stay hot.
This is another layer. Now we've got visual, text, and audio working together. That's huge for accessibility and engagement. And finally, here are the export options. We can download this as a PDF or generate a shareable link, which means this can go straight into a classroom, an LMS, or a corporate training program, even a micro-learning module. This is how you use a tool like Gemini Storybook intentionally, not as a replacement for instructional design, but as a partner in it. Thanks for watching.